Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here. Now our first story for today comes from the huge YouTuber Daily Dose of Internet. So just this week, Daily Dose announced that he has closed the biggest deal of his YouTube career. And apparently this is a huge deal for his channel and for anyone that enjoys watching his content. He tweeted out saying, "I can't sleep. I'm going to pull off the biggest deal of my YouTube career. My channel will explode this year." He says, "Sorry I worded that poorly. Basically every viral video you see on the internet will automatically receive permission to be shared on my YouTube channel. I have a deal in the works with every big video licensing company." Wow, this is big news. And if you watch Daily Dose every day, you might start noticing that his videos are going to be much longer. He says here that his videos are going to start being 4 minutes minimum. So this deal is huge. And it looks like Daily Dose's goal here is to become the number one-stop shop on the internet to find the craziest videos. Now our next story for today has to do with the big YouTuber boxing event that just took place tonight. And one interesting fight that took place during this event on the undercard was between the fighter Louis Pineda and B-Dave. Now, I'm sure many of you remember who Pineda is. This guy fought KSI a few months ago and he lost badly, but he has decided to try to redeem himself. And just before his fight took place on his walkout, he had a mariachi band. It was one of the craziest walkouts we've seen in the YouTube boxing scene. Well, Pineda ended up winning this fight. And a lot of his fans are now happy that he's kind of redeemed himself in the whole boxing scene, and they're happy to see that he's back and doing his thing.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Vamos!
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 So clearly most of the hype surrounding this event was between KSI and FaZe Temperrr, and these two guys are actually kind of friends. Like, these guys seem really cool. This is one of the most respectful main events I've ever seen in YouTuber boxing. Even leading up to this event, these guys just did not trash talk each other. They both respected each other and they decided to fight, obviously because KSI's opponent dropped out. So FaZe Temperrr stepped up within only a few weeks' notice and he decided to fight KSI for the main event here, and he ended up losing. KSI actually knocked out Temperrr in the first round. Now, Logan Paul posted his reaction to KSI winning, and apparently Logan seemed happy here, but if you look at the background of this video, Jake clearly is pretty annoyed.
Oh, nice. Let's go. Oh my God, he's clean out. Oh my God.
So after KSI won, he called out Jake Paul, and it looks like the KSI versus Jake Paul fight is really going to happen this year. And Logan also posted Jake Paul's reaction to KSI calling him out on Twitter. Just watch this.
The final point. Jake motherfucking Paul.
What are you gonna do?
That's the one.
I'm shivering with fear.
Jake then tweeted out saying, "I love when KSI wins because it gives him more confidence for him to actually get in the ring with me." Now, obviously, there are a lot of people that are calling his bluff here, but there's also people that are supporting him, saying that they're excited to see him fight KSI. Now, the next story for our video today comes from the well-known creator Idubbbz and his partner Anisa. So apparently, Idubbbz actually got robbed recently. His partner Anisa tweeted this out. She says, "I think whoever smashed our window and stole our passports and boxing gear was more happy to get it than we were sad to lose it. So whatever." She says, "Oh no, I just realized our wedding rings were in the boxing bag that was just stolen. We took them off to box. That is so sad." Wow, so it looks like both Anisa and Idubbbz had like one of their most valuable things stolen from them here, and it's obviously very sad. There are many fans that are feeling for them right now. Now, the next story for our video today is a huge follow-up to the Logan Paul scandal that I'm sure you all have been hearing about over the past month. Now, this whole scandal has to do with the YouTuber Logan Paul starting an NFT project that completely failed, and over the past few weeks, the entire YouTube community came together to pretty much just call out this whole thing as a scam, and this all started from the YouTuber CryptoZoo making a massive video series on Logan exposing everything that went down with this NFT project. Now in our last video, we talked about how Logan Paul had tried to respond to CoffeeZilla with his own video. Logan even claimed here that he was going to sue CoffeeZilla. But it looks like over the past week, Logan has had a complete change of heart and he is actually looking to make things right now. CoffeeZilla tweeted this out. He says, Logan called me. He says he's deleting the 2 responses and is dropping his lawsuit threats. I believe that he's making a 3rd response, which I'll be delaying my video to include. Hopefully this time he takes accountability and refunds the victims of CryptoZoo. That's what matters. Coffee also shows a Discord message that Logan sent to his NFT project's group chat here, where it looks like he's trying to take accountability for everything that's happened. And then just today, he posted on Twitter a video of him apologizing to CoffeeZilla and to everyone and all the victims of this project.
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in. But the fact is that suing CoffeeZilla is not gonna help CryptoZoo holders, so I do need to focus my attention where it should be, which is on fans and supporters of me. You guys mean the world to me, so I'd like to announce my 3-step plan moving forward. Step 1, Jeff and I are going to burn our Zoo tokens so we have no financial upside in the game and it will add value to holder tokens. Step 2, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game. So essentially you're gonna be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million right now for players who want to get out. And then step 3, obviously finish and deliver the game as outlined in the white paper by completing the egg bridge from ETH to BSC for base animals and base eggs. Here it is. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far, and I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me. I appreciate your guys' patience while we do our internal investigation, and I promise to be transparent and disclose any information we find out in the process. And lastly, thank you, CoffeeZilla.
So Logan is apparently putting in over $1.3 million worth of Ethereum to help out the people who were involved in this project and who want to sell their tokens or burn their tokens now for the mint price. Now, from my understanding of just basic economics, it still seems like there's going to be a lot of victims in this CryptoZoo project. But for many people, this is definitely a step in the right direction for Logan, and they want to see him continue to work with the victims and also with Coffee to hopefully make this up and to make this right. There also are a lot of people who are very skeptical that Logan is continuing to run CryptoZoo, especially because of how much it flopped the last time. They just feel like this is a very bad idea and it could go wrong again. Now, our next story for today has to do with some pretty serious issues happening on YouTube right now. So I'm sure we all know about what's been going on YouTube over the last month or so. It seems like YouTube have made their guidelines even stricter for many YouTubers, and there are a lot of YouTubers complaining now that their content is being demonetized, their channel is being restricted. One YouTuber known as RT Game was actually hit with this, probably the worst out of any YouTuber. This guy is huge on YouTube, and a lot of his content involves him playing Minecraft and Pokemon, okay? This is some really harmless content, but much of his channel was restricted, and just this week, he made a video that completely blew up where he talks about how he feels like YouTube is restricting his content and how he might have to leave the whole platform.
My entire channel is being age restricted and demonetized because I contacted YouTube support for help with an issue, and now I have to consider leaving YouTube altogether. On the 28th of December, my Best of RT Game 2022 video was flagged and age restricted with no reason given. Now, YouTube has an appeal system which lets you request a human review of your content. However, when I submitted mine, it was immediately rejected within 10 minutes. This video was a compilation of clips and other videos that were on my YouTube channel, sort of as just a send-off for 2022. This was an issue that happened the year prior with my Best of RT Game 2021, for which the head of YouTube support personally apologized on behalf of the team. A reminder here, the head of YouTube support personally apologized to me for my content being age restricted when this issue happened last year. The amazing YouTube rep I spoke to on Twitter also apologized to me for the decision that was reached on my content this year. While the outreach email claims my content should be restricted, here's 2 other staff members saying sorry for what's happened. So the policy is vague even for staff at YouTube to disagree on, and for them to apologize on the other staff members' behalf. That's not a good policy to decide if someone should have a livelihood in your platform. If the staff can't even decide what's right, how can we as creators be expected to abide by it?
Now our next story for today comes from the big YouTuber Andrew Callaghan from Channel 5. So I'm sure many of you have watched Andrew Callaghan's content before. This guy makes a lot of content where he interviews people and he goes to crazy places. I mean, some of his content was like groundbreaking, especially over the last few years. But over the past week, there have been multiple allegations coming out about Andrew and his harassment towards different ex-girlfriends or ex-partners or ex-people who he hung out with. And many of these women are accusing him of being very inappropriate while they were either on a date or they were hanging out or they were doing something together, and they were very uncomfortable in these situations.
I told him to get out of my car again. He wouldn't get out. And he said, you could at least take me home. So I realized at this point, I would not be able to physically push him out of my car. So I started driving quickly and erratically down the road. I pulled into a busier street and I stopped abruptly, thinking, you know, like maybe someone will realize something is wrong, or if someone is honking at me, like he'll feel uncomfortable and want to leave the car. But I guess it did make him uncomfortable that I did that, and I told him to get the fuck out of my car. And he was like, can I at least get a kiss goodbye? And I said, fuck no, get the fuck out.
Now, one of Andrew's YouTube friends, H3 or Ethan Klein, actually spoke with Andrew about this, and he even said here on a stream that he believes these girls. He believes their stories.
Again, I'm not defending him, and I believe those victims 100% since they came out with their videos. So what was I saying? Well, what I was going to say before y'all jumping to conclusions is that he confirmed what they're saying is true. Okay? Y'all fucking, you know what I mean? He confirmed that he knew the girls and that he had encounters with them. So right out the bat, you know what I mean? He was pretty open, and basically that's what I wanted to hear, right? Like he confirmed that this stuff basically happened.
So even though Andrew publicly has not been saying anything himself about the situation, his team has been talking about this, and apparently representatives for him have been actually talking to news outlets. And it looks like one of Andrew's responses here, at least at TMZ, is that one of the alleged victims asked him for serious money before she made her accusation public. He also says, while even one concerned partner is too many, there are always multiple sides to a story. So I guess the reason for him bringing this up is that that could be seen as sketchy, that could be seen as wrong. But the issue that people have here is that there are so many more alleged victims. And that's it for our video today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you later. Peace.